I am so blessed to find the right tools at the right moment. This is important. This class, as I continue talking about what's happening with Aquarius, uh, with Pluto coming into Aquarius to express the enormous changes that we are actually engaging in. So I really appreciate you guys to be here. And I'm going to go to Philip Lindsay's newsletter, that the completion of his newsletter for this month. We can go and look what happened in 2008 when Capricorn came in. This is a wonderful way to really capture the evolution of our species, the evolution of our minds, the pronounced aspect that it's happening to all of us at the same time. We have to really take heed and realize what we've created. It's important also. I will take you to a chart that he made in 2008, okay, before any of this was gone through. This is the chart of entering Capricorn, what would come of this. And Philip is a master. He's a teacher. He's a friend of Michael Robbins. They both grew up in these philosophies together. They discovered, they lived it. And in 2008, he sent this page out to talk about what was coming in and what were we facing, what was the worst part of it, and the worst and the best. So we're going to look at these few points, and then we're going to look at what's happening for Aquarius. The rise of dictator, lust for power. That's the worst that could have happened. I think we've seen that, right? And then powerful leaders empower their people. That's the best of it. The worst of it, underworld. Pluto is the underworld, right? Further,
Yeah.
further reveals in its vileness. What has happened those 17 years we were in Capricorn? It just went down the trenches, right? And
Yeah.
revealed to us, it helped us recognize what was really unconscionable. Many of us have had this realization in the last 17 years. Like a lot of people that entered the arts of thinking better, mindfulness, metaphysical world, and learning. Uh, we woke up and started to recognize what was unconscious, and what was coming up to the surface for us to take heed from it. So deeply entrenched fundamentalism, okay, that's the worst of it, and we're going through this right now. And the smashing of fundamentalism. And then the worst of it can be fight for resources like oil and manipulation of government by secretive cartels. The best of it, breaking old pattern around addiction to one form of energy. Isn't that what's happening now?
Yeah. Sure.
Exposure. He wrote this in 2008. Okay. Exposure of corruption. It comes at the end of the cycle, right? Because it's an accumulation, it's an absorption, and all kinds of wonderful things. You have destruction of material values leading to stock market crashes around the world, recession, economic depression. Remember 2008, guys? Ouch! The best of it, fairer redistribution of resources after a level playing field has been created economically, a new world monetary system established. That's coming, but it comes in Aquarius. Okay. But the ley lines are there. The fear of debt used to manipulate the masses. Well, revelation around the theme of debt being a transformation to another state. Abuse
Okay.
of power
Oh, we
by
know that. Okay. Sorry, I had to jump in with that one there.
yeah, abuse of power by nations or
Mm,
races on the first ray or Capricorn line, right? Political will that empower the populace, creating new liberating laws. We're, we're in the process of that, right? The inversion of Shambhala force, the Agati, used by the force of darkness, that has been going on for a while. Now, we
mm,
understand, Melchizedek, one of my guys, and if it is the Prince of Peace for this planet, okay? And he is also the leader of the White Lodge. So, greater awareness of force of Shambhala directing the will of God upon the planet. That is definitely occurring now with the neutrons that
mm,
the world has been hit. Last year, there was ultraviolet plasmic energy that was coating the energy of our planet. Um, so when we look at the failure to recognize opportunity to submit the testing of initiation, large proportion of humanity achieve varying levels of initiation upon the mountaintop. We can all agree about that.
mhm,
You, I, many others, we understand that, like the back pain that you've had, right? And this limitations that I've had, and other
mm,
things that we all share, right? That
mhm,
is the great awareness that we're releasing initiation level, the pain. When we saw all the fires going to Australia, Canada, and
mm,
I mean
mm,
everywhere, right? The burning ground, literally,
mhm. Yeah,
right?
definitely. Yeah.
So that happened, right? That's happening.
Mm,
War through nuclear fission technology, peace through nuclear fusion technology. See the slight letter change. War through nuclear fission, okay? Fizzing something that can happen when we live it in the autocracy world, right? And
mm,
peace through nuclear fusion technology. We use a lot of nuclear fusion when it comes down to bone repair in this new world of technology.
mm,
So we're looking at what happened in 2008, right?
yeah.
Now we're going to go look at the transformation that Aquarius, as we are like 20 minutes in Aquarius, the sign of Aquarius, with Pluto taking this advantage, is a Aquarius is a living sign and an emotional sign. As we can recall, we are fusing the completion of the emotional layer of energy. We are adapting. We've learned about emotions. We are learning to manage the waves of emotions. Okay. And we also understand that in Capricorn, the layer of Capricorn is a provider also, right? It's the it's what have you accumulated magnetically to your knowledge, understanding the process of evolution for this moment. In the sign of waters of the Piscean age, that's what we are coming out of, symbolically speaking, be absorbed into the water pot carried on the shoulder of Aquarius. in the symbol, which is distinctive of the sign. For Aquarius is the water carrier, bringing the water
Mhm.
of life to the people, life more live more abundantly. So let's understand that that water that Aquarius, the man, carries on his shoulders has been as absorbed. Remember, every time that we change sign, we absorb the content of the previous one. You
Mhm.
get that?
Yeah.
It's that's a way that we can understand alignment better. Okay, like
Mhm.
you're from the generation of Pluto, Leo. All right, uh,
Mhm.
Pluto and Leo, and you have absorbed that you're working in this incarnation. You're working through those essences, and you're also working at polarizing with Aquarius because you arrive at Aquarius, right? The total polar opposite, and
Mhm.
you're looking to manage the holy waters of that knowledge to be of service. So, Aquarius is a unique sign having a dual expression of mind and emotion. Remember, for the Piscean age, we have been absorbing the management of emotion.
Mhm.
Similar to polar opposite Leo, Aquarius is an intellectual air sign, the mental component deriving from its rulership, Uranus, the planet of science, plus the Venus ruled fifth trait of science knowledge, the only way to pass through this sign. What happened during the summer? Venus stayed in the sign of Leo, shining, absorbing the science knowledge that is going to be available to the next generation that we are just entering. Yet Aquarius, a water bearer, water being a symbol of the emotional or astral nature. Here, the Leo polarity of Aquarius is invoked. For although Leo is a fiery mental sign, its passion is well known, revealing the fact that Leo rules the astral permanent atom, the sum total of emotional experiences in a soul's incarnation. As we are changing, we're ending the cycle of Pisces, right? We still have to finish this generation. And what does generation after generation, what happens to us globally? We absorb the knowledge of the prior generation, right? It becomes easily part of our wiring system. Children today can go on a computer and do better than us, definitely us, as far as manipulating that equipment, right?
Mhm.
We're born with that wired energy that's part of their systems. So astral energies emanates from the new sign of the zodiac into which we are now entering, the sign of Aquarius. The sign that of the water carrier is a living sign and an emotional sign. We're completing the absorption of our emotional adaptabilities. It's a living sign. The waters in that jar is the waters of life, of provision, of abundant supply. It will, through the effect of the
Yeah.
potent force, stimulate the astral body of man into new coherency, into the broader brotherhood of humanity, which will ignore all racial and national differences and will carry the life of man forward into synthesis and unity. This means a tide of unifying life of such power that one cannot now vision it. Okay, we can't even imagine that. A
Mm.
1,000 years will have welded all mankind into a personal, into a perfect brotherhood. Its emotional effect will be to purify the astral body of man. Where is our astral body? It's in our solar plexus.
Mhm.
It is a release, and the valve that we release into the astral body is the spleen. You get that, right? So
Yep.
that's where you want to manage that. So the body of man, so that the material world cease to hold such potent allure and maybe in its later stages bring about the state of exaggeration as potent in the lines of sentiency as that which we have undergone in the lines of materiality. I haven't shared that screen with you, have I?
No,
I'm so sorry. You should have said something, sweetie.
I was listening to you instead.
It's really important that you get to know that you can have access to go reread these things and maybe discover something new about yourself, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Because the resonation, when we resonate, when we hear something, it resonates with us. We go over it again, and then it might tone differently, and it gives you a gift that way. So here's the page. Can you see this?
Yes, it's up now.
Okay. First, I want to, before, now that I made a little big gaff, this is the 2008 Capricorn 1 page. Okay.
Hmm.
This is the list of things that you can see that was written in metaphysics, right?
Hmm.
And pretty well explaining what happened to all of us in the last 17 years.
Really? Yeah. You can see it
Really,
clearly.
yes, we do. And that was then, right?
It's amazing that they seen it back then. Yeah.
Hmm. And that's why we can appreciate the magnetic power of understanding your source, right?
Hmm.
So this mean a tide of unifying life of such power that one cannot now vision it, but which in 1,000 years will have welded all mankind into the perfect brotherhood.
Nice.
We're
Really
talking
nice.
about this
Yeah.
planet. We're not talking about all the cosmos.
Hmm. Okay.
Its emotional effect will be to purify the astral bodies of men
Hmm.
so that the material world ceases to hold such potent allure and may, in its later stage, bring about a state of exaggeration
Hmm.
as potent in the line of sentiency as that which we have undergone in the line of materiality. Wow.
Yeah.
You get what he says here. He says
Yeah. It's
by
gonna
the
be. That's gonna be nice. I'm waiting to see that. Long time coming. Yeah.
yeah, but we have to work at it, right? We
Yes.
have to go with the finals. So the final stages of all sign produce overdevelopment of the factor on which they most potently work. At present, the effect of the sign is constructive among the pioneers of the race and destructive among the rank and files of humanity. Wonder
Mm.
who that is.
We know. We're not gonna say. We know.
Yeah. Additionally, There is no hard and fast delineation between the sign in their sequential progression around the zodiac. Aquarius is followed by the water sign Pisces, the fishes, rules over Neptune, Lord of the oceans, right? This is, we want to pay attention here. This is because we pay attention here as Capricorn was a earth sign, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Aquarius is the sign, is an air sign, an
Yeah.
electrical air sign.
Mhm.
Pisces is water, the waters of life, right?
Yeah.
See the sequencing of one absorbs the other. So as one's duty, these 12 signs, it is interesting to trace the relation of consciousness to the preceding sign
Mhm.
and to the succeeding sign. This is really a good little tool to apply when you're looking at astrology, because the sign that you're born in, okay, you have absorbed, you had the prior sign right before your sign, you absorb that energy already. You've lived through that stage.
Mhm.
Okay. So you come in with that essences. Now you're coming in with building that effort in that new sign. And it's really interesting to see what cross you were on, mutable, fixed, or cardinal. It's really interesting. Okay. So it
Mhm.
is first, oh, you got to go. It is peculiar. So, in
Mhm.
connection with the sign of Aquarius, the
Mhm.
material, earthly quality of Capricorn becomes dissolved into air in Aquarius. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
When you look at the neutrons that we've been baited with that are coming in, is going to be quite extraordinary. The
Yeah.
individual fish of the other sign, Pisces, becomes eventually the soul, and soul quality emerges. And on the reverse wheel, it demonstrates as a pervasiveness of wisdom, Pisces, and the universal love of the truly developed Aquarian. Pretty awesome.
Mm.
So I will continue next time with this. I will make a video following this up. And thank you for showing up.
Yeah.
And
Thanks, Andy. Thanks for the lesson.
I hope this is worth it for you.
Yeah.
And I think it is. I mean, this is extraordinary.
Yeah, it is because it's showing. They told that a long time ago, and now we're really seeing it.
Yeah, we see the
And we'll see
effects.
more. We'll see more now too. Yeah, as it goes
Yeah, and
along.
you that was impelled in the age, right?
Yeah.
And
And they didn't even get up to what we were facing. No. Yeah. Wow.
pretty extraordinary. So good
Mm.
for you
Okay.
for being aware of
Yeah.
this. I
Yeah.
hope many more comes to this kind of realization.
I hope
And
so too.
I think this work is amazing work. Okay.
Yeah. We need more of us getting into it to realize it. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is precious, because we are moving into a new generation. May Let's go in with
Mm.
understanding and smarts.
Never seen before. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Never
so I'll
seen.
talk to you next week.